Hey everyone, welcome back to RazuTales. I hope you've had a fantastic June. Today I'm going to share with you the books I've read this month and give you a little update on my writing. So grab some coffee and let's talk about that. This month I had planned to read 4 different books, but life got in the way, so I ended up only reading 2, and rereading a book from my childhood. That book was Dragons of Autumn Twilight, which is the first book in the Dragonlance Chronicles saga. I have an entire video coming up about Dragonlance, so I won't say more about that now, but let's get to the books I did read in June. First up is The Linchpin Writer by John Matthew Fox. This book is a fantastic guide for anyone interested in improving their writing skills. Fox breaks down essential techniques and provides practical advice for writers of all levels. Whether you're a beginner like me or an experienced writer, I think this book has something valuable to offer. The premise for this book is what John Matthew Fox calls linchpin moments. These are the moments in a book that will make the reader want to read more. It's the points in the book where the reader will decide if they should abandon the book or go on. He outlines different linchpin moments that you should be aware of as an author. These ranges from the first paragraph of your book, to first character descriptions, to first dialogue, to how to end a chapter and the overall story. These are just a few ones you will find in the book. What really surprised me about the book was that John Matthew Fox keeps everything easy to understand and gives lots of amazing examples from other books. He sprinkles in stories from his own writing, things like how he handled having kids while trying to become an author, and how he pulled himself out of a writer's block. All these stories feel very relevant when you are reading the book. But the one thing I enjoyed the most about this book, which is also something that will make me reread it, is the amount of motivation and optimism that you will find in this book. I struggle a lot with finding motivation to write, but after I finished this book, I felt more motivated than ever. I went from feeling that finishing my book is an impossible task to believing that I can do this. So if you're struggling with your writing, I suggest you pick up this book. John also has a YouTube channel where he talks about writing, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Next, I read Fever House by Keith Rosen. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. This is a supernatural horror novel centered around a severed hand with dark powers that incites madness and violence in those around it. The plot follows Hutch Holtz, a leg breaker collecting overdue drug money, who stumbles upon the hand in a run-down Portland apartment. A shadowy government agency becomes involved as the hand's influence escalates, threatening to bring about an apocalyptic climax. The story navigates themes of trauma, grief, and destruction through a mix of horror and crime elements. I really don't want to spoil the book, so I will keep it brief, but I couldn't put this book down after I started reading it. It jumps between different characters and shows how each is affected by the hand. All follows government agents trying to get a hold of the hand. All of the characters in the book helps flesh out the story in a way so it's not just about tough thriller guys and agents doing regular thriller book stuff. I know I'm vague here, but that's because I don't want to spoil it. If you enjoy horror thrillers with a lot of action and occult elements, this is the book to read. I really enjoyed it. Now onto my writing update. As I said earlier, this month has been very busy for me, but I have managed to get some writing done. I'm still in the early stages and recently did a restructuring of the story. I felt that the story was missing some key parts to explain the events taking place, and it was demotivating me that I couldn't see the entire story in my head. I'm very much the type of writer who needs most of the story planned out before I write it and fill in the smaller pieces. But after the restructure, I feel more confident in where the story should go. Even though I am still only writing on the first draft, I did manage to write a full chapter this month after I did my restructure. You might be wondering what the story is about, and I expect I will do a video on it very soon. But I can say that it is a horror mystery with a lot of cosmic horror sprinkled in. The cosmic horror feeling is what I have been focusing on in my writing this month, working on building tension and developing the eerie atmosphere that's crucial for a cosmic horror story. So that's my reading and writing update for June. In July, I have a couple of books I'm hoping to finish. Beneath the Rising by Premi Mohammed is a cosmic horror book about science gone wrong. And then I have Mushroom Blues by Adrian M. Gibson. This is a noir crime thriller set in a fungal-inspired sci-fi setting. I read the first chapter of this and it is really promising. I'd love to hear about the books you've been reading and what you've been working on. Leave a comment below and let's chat. And if you enjoyed this video, please do the YouTube thing and click all the buttons, subscribe, like, yada yada. It helps my videos spread to new viewers. If you want to watch another video, I suggest you watch this one, where I talk about short books versus long books. Which do you prefer? Thank you for watching. See you in the next chapter.